Hello, I'm Steve Weber, the host of Essential Book Drop. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's November 26th, 2025. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, my bookworm sidekick, and my partner, Cassandra. Good morning, Cass.
Good morning. It really does feel like a great day for some new books. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, Cass, let's talk about today's top 3 new book releases.
I'm always ready to read some new books, Steve. You know me.
We've got a really fascinating mix today. We're starting with something very comforting in the kitchen. Then we're shifting gears into a romance that's, well, full of resistance.
And then for the finale...
And then we're hitting the brakes hard for some super high-stakes Mafia drama. It's quite the tour.
I love it. It really shows you the range of what's hitting the bestseller list right now. You've got comfort, you've got tension, and you've got pure explosive plot.
Exactly. So let's start with that comfort. The first one has already landed as a #1 New York Times bestseller. It's The Pioneer Woman Cooks the Essential Recipes, 120 Greatest Hits, New Twists, and Perfected Classics.
Of course, by the one and only Ree Drummond. And the genre is American Southwest cooking.
Right. And what's so interesting here isn't just that it's her, 9th cookbook?
9th, can you believe it? But it's the mission behind this one that really stands out. She's been sharing recipes for almost 20 years.
So this book is sort of an acknowledgement that readers don't always need something brand new.
Exactly. Sometimes what you really want is just reliability, something you know is going to work.
Okay, so let's talk about this idea of perfection that she's pushing. The whole point is that she's taking her biggest hits, the family favorites, and making them even better.
And this is the key part, absolutely foolproof.
That's a big promise.
It's a huge promise, and it's also, very smart. If you've been cooking her recipes for a decade, she's giving you a reason to buy another book. She's saying, remember that recipe you love? I've made it even better.
So it's for the longtime fan, but also for the brand new cook.
Right. If you're new, you get the best possible version right out of the gate. And if you're experienced, you're looking for that one little tweak, that one change that elevates a dish you already make.
She's basically applying 25 years of experience back onto her own greatest hits? It's meant to be the one cookbook you actually need.
And the specific dishes she highlights are, like, the cornerstones of comfort food.
Oh, absolutely. It's not some obscure dish she'll make once. It starts with even more perfect pancakes.
Who doesn't want that? I mean, a memorable breakfast can set the tone for the whole weekend.
Totally. Then there's the big one, macaroni and cheese. An indulgent dinner, a perfect side. You can't go wrong.
And she says she's mastered meatloaf. Now, meatloaf is one of those dishes that is so easy to get wrong. It can be dry or bland.
Right. A foolproof version of meatloaf is a serious draw. And then you have the Sunday dinner classics, like a splendid, simple pot roast.
And sublime scalloped potatoes with ham. I mean, that's just pure cold weather comfort food right there.
So the whole philosophy seems to be, if a recipe is worthy of repeating, it's worthy of perfecting.
And that's it. It's the promise of consistency. These are the dishes your family will actually ask for again and again.
It's guaranteed deliciousness.
Yeah.
I can see why it's a bestseller. Okay, let's step out of the stable, comforting kitchen.
And into some chaos.
And into a very different, very conflicted domestic situation. We're moving into billionaires and millionaires romance.
And this one is Single Dad Dilemma. It's part of the Kings series by Carla Sorensen.
The central idea here is a trope I really enjoy. Grumpy meets grumpy.
It's not just one grumpy character who gets softened by a sunshiny one.
No. Both of them are fighting it tooth and nail, which makes it so much more fun.
The setup is pure forced proximity. You've got Barrett King, who's a divorced NFL coach, so he's already gruff, high stress.
And a single dad to troublemaking kids.
Of course. And so he needs help, which comes from his next-door neighbor, our heroine.
Yeah.
She agrees to help out. But there's a catch.
There's always a catch.
She's only doing it until football season is over. She has an escape plan from day one.
And this is where the grumpy part really kicks in. Because she is just as grumpy as he is.
Her whole deal is moving around with just me and my dog, Larry. No attachments.
She even thinks that for the coach, it was hate at first sight. And the feeling was, completely mutual.
So they basically can't stand each other at first. It makes the slow burn so much more satisfying. You have to earn that chemistry.
Right. And you see these little details that undercut the grumpiness. He's described as serious and thoughtful and also
sexier than he has any right to be.
Well, there it is. You have to have that.
But my favorite detail, I think, is his communication style. Or lack thereof.
What do you mean?
His attempts at flirting are described as just growls and glares.
That's perfect. An NFL coach who has no idea how to talk to a woman he's interested in. That feels very real.
It's clumsy and charming. And the real conflict, the disaster the book talks about, is that their core philosophies are just completely opposed.
She doesn't do forever.
And he doesn't do short term.
So they're basically designed to fail from the start.
Exactly. And for the reader, that's the whole point. You want to see how the author bridges that impossible gap. You're rooting for them to break all their own rules.
It's watching two incredibly stubborn people finally admit they need someone else.
And that emotional payoff is what makes the genre so addictive.
Okay, we need to brace ourselves now. We're leaving the witty banter of the suburbs behind.
And jumping into something much, much darker.
A lot darker. Our third new release is 9 Months to Bear. This is book 1 of the Safonov-Bratva series by Nicole Fox. It's a mafia romance.
And if the last book was a slow burn, this one is an explosion from page 1.
It starts out as a business deal. The heroine owns a fertility clinic, and she's trying to save it by landing a huge client.
And that client is Stefan Safonov. Billionaire, recluse, arrogant.
And naturally gorgeous.
Of course. The book even warns you that he agreed to the deal way, way too easily. So the red flags are already waving.
Something is definitely not right. And that's when you get the catastrophic plot twist.
The contract flip. The original surrogate backs out, but the contract is ironclad, binding.
A contract probably written by a very scary mafia lawyer.
You'd have to assume so. And the only option left for her to fulfill the contract and save her business is herself.
So, just to get this straight, she walks into a meeting to say the deal is off, and she walks out pregnant with his baby.
That's the hook, and it sets up the entire power dynamic of the book in one line. 9 months, my body, his rules.
Wow. That's a whole different level of high stakes. That's total control.
It's the core of this kind of mafia romance. The forced proximity is absolute, and the emotional stakes couldn't be higher.
And the author is very clever here, because with a premise like that, you are desperate to know how it ends.
But you won't find out in this book.
Ah, of course. It's book 1 of a duet.
Exactly. It's built for a massive cliffhanger. It locks you in. You have to pick up book 2, 9 Months to Love, to see how Stefan and Olivia's story concludes.
That is a very smart way to structure a series. It sounds like pure, addictive drama for anyone who loves that mix of mafia danger and really intense romance tropes.
It's maximum tension from the very beginning, and it's just amazing when you look at all 3 books, the range of escapism that's on offer.
It really is. From perfecting pancakes to being bound by a billionaire's rules.
Each one is just a perfect execution of what its genre promises.
Well, thanks for joining us today. And if you want to take a look at any of these books, visit us at essentialbookdrop.com, and you'll have all the links right there. Also, whenever you feel like it, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, YouTube, practically anywhere. Cass will do it again tomorrow.
Can't wait, Steve. Farewell.
Until then, keep on opening new worlds with great new books. And whatever you do, remember this. When you read AIM,
Your mind becomes its own kingdom.